Hi everybody, this is Dale. Welcome to my channel, Not Too Shabby Chic. This is an episode of hashtag Give a Scrap that's part of the YouTube Hop hosted by the wonderful Angela Shred, the Traveling Crafter. So, better late than never. It's been a crazy day and it's late, but I am here. So, this has been fun to watch everyone that has made stuff out of their scraps. She's had a different artist for the most part every day of the month for the month of April. And tomorrow, I've already forgotten who tomorrow is. So let me check and see. Tomorrow is Kerrie at Kerrie. No, that is wrong. That's the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, April 16th, is Julie at Camellia Craft Designs. And I will have everyone linked below who participates and has participated in this hop. So I've got a couple of things to show you. We were to take things that are scraps and make them into something. And what I'm going to show you is nothing new under the sun. It's been done, but it's just what I was going to do. Somebody did yesterday. So I had to quickly change in midstream. And I'm babysitting my great-grandson, so I haven't had a lot of time to prepare because what I had prepared when I watched yesterday's video, Lyndee, I think it was, she stole my thunder. I was going to do whack-a-stack. That's what she did. So I didn't figure you wanted to see two of those in one day. So first, I've got a few things I'm going to show you that I've made just to show you things you can do. Then I'm going to we'll make something together. First, we've all heard of master boards. I did, and I don't remember who inspired me, but here's a master board on one side. But on the other side, it is lace. So you can take your scrap lace and make a lace master board, and then you have it to cut up and make tags or do whatever you'd like with it. And I love it. I scanned it actually as well so that I could have it for digitals for myself. But these are just some scraps of lace. I did the paper masterboard underneath and then just put the lace on top. So this is just a fun project. You know how to collage and glue things down. So that's all I did. Then you can cut this up and make tags however you'd like, or journal cards, or use it in whatever you want. So this is just one idea that I had, inspired by someone a long time ago when I did this, and I don't remember who it was. But lace masterboards are fun. You take your little bits of laces and just glue them all down. So that's an idea for your give a scrap. The second idea, the second, third, I'm going to pull this out real quick. So just bear with me a minute. I got some envelopes that someone was going to throw away. Yes, believe it or not, throw it away. So I took the envelopes and just stuff I had laying around on my desk, and I created this little flip-flop journal. Now, I'm not finished with it, but again, I just took envelopes and glued them together. This is the front, and I just took scraps and put on there. And this, you go this way, and we have, this is going to be glued down. The girl playing the piano, and I like the grungy look, Kentucky Babe. And this is a pocket. Maybe I'll tuck him in that pocket. Scraps. This was off of a book cover. Old music page. And then this is the back. This is a vintage bank book. And I have a tag I made using an old ledger, a sticker, There's a little camera, just some scraps. And I tucked it in here like so. Fun. And just use scrap papers. Then you go this way. This is a cabinet card, which isn't really a scrap. I hope you can see this. And this is vintage. Here's some more papers just glued down. It says the movies. And then this is pages I haven't decorated, and I'll sew signatures in. Then we have a little scrappy pad. You just take your scraps and make a scrappy pad. And this is an old bingo card tuck, and I just tucked some scraps in there. This is 1924 calendar page. This is from that bank book that's on the back. Old vintage papers, which I love. There's some washi there. This is an old country store out of an old magazine. Some scraps. Here's an old key. This is a 1939 calendar, and I made this into a little scrappy pad with some vintage bank pages. Isn't that fun? And this is another cabinet card under here, and this was a frame that I had. So using scraps, and I think, let's see, there's more of the old country store. Making sure I've shown it all to you. Oh, this opens up. Some more of the store, and again, I'm not finished. I got this button, and that's just a little flip with a place to journal. So it kind of flip-flops every which way. That way, that way, that way. You get lost in it. When I was making it, I got lost. Lost my own self. So anyway, this is just made from scraps. And envelopes. This entire thing are linen envelopes that someone was going to throw away. And I snagged them right up and made them into this little journal. And I love it. Again, I'm not finished with it, but something you can do. Then I took, now nobody thinks of buttons as scraps, but they were in my stash. These were scraps of paper. This is a wood tag, and I just glued buttons all over the tag. Isn't that cute? Just glued them all around there. These are all vintage buttons, and I thought, well, this would be beautiful on the cover of a journal. So scrap papers. So there's go. So next, we have all made, or most of us have made ruffles. Here's a ruffle out of fabric made from a scrap piece of fabric. Here's a ruffle made out of some handmade papers. And you know, you get the long strips when you have offcuts, when you've been cutting something to size. I was going to throw all these away, and I decided, no, I can make ruffles. So that is what this is made of. I glued end to end, 3 together of these strips. Then I folded them up and zigzag stitched. But I'm going to show you something with that in a moment. Then here's a pattern directions that's sewn like a ruffle, and it's wonky, and I like that. So we have that, scraps. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you don't have to have a sewing machine. You just take this, your paper, and just start folding and gluing. If you don't want it even, you don't have to make it even. You just want it to stick out like so. Like so. And you just keep going till you're finished. I decided I wanted to do this one kind of wonky. And once you get it folded, you just take your glue and glue it down. So we will glue this down. And I hope you've all been watching all of the different people. They've had some great ideas. It's been fun to watch. Thank you, Angela, for asking me to be a part of this. I just have to remember next year to have plan A and plan B, so that when someone else does what I was going to do, I'm not scampering at the last minute trying to figure out, what am I going to do now? Because I had everything ready and prepped for my whack-a-stack. So this is kind of a scramble, but still fun. So you just want to let it dry. If you don't have a sewing machine, like I said, you don't have to. I like the sewn look, but it's not a requirement. You do you. So we're going to let that dry. So next, I took 2 of these and I sewed it down the middle and I decorated it. I just put a little label I got from my sweet friend Raina, Lilo Crafts. I've got a little bee pendant and a vintage button. I had some trim I glued in the middle. Isn't that cute? Just a little something something to put on the edge of a journal page or on a tag or whatever you'd like to do with it. And you can have them made up ahead of time, or you can just make these up and have them in a bin, which is what I do, both with fabric ones and paper ones. And then when I have a project, I can just decorate it. This one is more simple. It's just got a vintage button and one of those sweet labels. Just that little something. Isn't that sweet? And I didn't ink it. Can you believe it? So that's all that is. You just decorate up. And I sewed these, but you don't have to sew. So right now, I thought, let's decorate together. Let's see how we want to decorate maybe this one. So I've got a few things over here in my stash. Let's see what we want to do. This is an old collar or cloth or something. It was gorgeous, but it's dry rotted. But isn't it pretty? A little wide for that. But I love this tattered kind of look. So you can kind of make it like a snippet roll. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with snippets. So if we were, and I like grungy and messy, because that's how I roll, honestly. If you don't believe me, ask Raina. She has seen it in full force. So I kind of like that there. Maybe I want to put another piece down here. And let's trim this up. You just have to let your imagination go. And I'm not usually very good at doing this on the fly, and I don't usually do it. Because I always say it's like watching paint dry when I do stuff, because I'm so indecisive and think, oh, I don't like that. Well, maybe this. So we'll see. I'm going to try to do it on the fly here. So there's that. Kind of like that. And let's see what else we've got. It's a piece of doily we could add on here. Let's go around it. Make sure I'm in camera. Getting smaller as I go, aren't I? So you could almost make it like a little snippet. Sorry, my grandkids are hollering in the background, which is another reason why I had a hard time doing videos, because I have my son and his kids live here, and now I'm babysitting my great-grandson 3 days a week. This week, however, is 5 days. And I don't have a lot of time anymore, unfortunately. So that's kind of cute. Then we'll just take a button or two And you just kind of place your button on here. Let's see. I like this. What other buttons have I got? Maybe I'll do that. And you can just put charms or just whatever you want. So we could do that. There we go. How about that? What do you think? I kind of like it. So that is what I'll do. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to overthink it, because if I do, I'm going to want to change it. And we're going to glue it down just like it is. Glue that down right there. And you can go back over it before you put your buttons or metal things on it and sew it again if you want to. I'm not going to do that. Let's just glue this down. You hear my dog and my husband, sorry. Oops. Making a mess. That's what I'm good at, guys. Okay, let's put that there. Move that up just a hair. I want that there. Put that there. And that there. And glue all over my nails. So it becomes like a snippet. I guess I kind of hid the ruffle, so you don't have to do that. You could do it more like this, just different options where you're letting your ruffle show. That's kind of grungy. And then this one, I just like it like it is, but if I wanted to add just a little something, you can just put a little something up the middle. Let's see if I can find something. Like this, for example. You could just run that right up the center like so and add just a little touch to that. Isn't that cute? I like that too. I'm not going to glue it down right now. Then on my ruffle, fabric ruffle, I love using these on my page edges. And I usually don't do anything to them. Sometimes I might put a button or something on them. And if I wanted to put a button, like there's a blue button, just showing you some little ideas. You know, you can just do a little something like that. But what I thought I would do is I have these little appliques in here somewhere. Here it is. Just a little piece. Just to add that little special something to the ruffle. I think that's the front. So I'm going to glue this applique down. Isn't that cute? Just a little something extra. So that's what we've got, my friends. Nothing spectacular, but hopefully inspired you to use your scraps to make simple things or more intricate things. You can take scraps and make all kinds of things. Let's see if these are dry. Now I need to glue that back there as well. So there we go. Yes, I need to glue the back. So there you go. And then we could put just a little something something up the middle if we wanted to. I don't like that. Or just leave that one plain and ink it. But you don't have to have, look at that. Just because I'm on camera. You just go in behind it and glue it down. I promise you it'll stay. So anywho, there we go. Don't you love it? Like a worm. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to check out the girl tomorrow that I already told you her name. So now I've done forgot it again. And watch every day of the week. You can put in the hashtag under your search bar and find all of those who have participated and watch the past, present, and future ones. Thank you again, Angela, for including me in this. It was a lot of fun, and I hope all of you have a great rest of your week. And always remember, you are loved. God loves you, and so do I. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.